I'll be taking a leave from campaigning and my duties as mayor to seek immediate help. I have a problem with alcohol and drugs and the decisions I've made under the influence. So I will go into a rehab facility effective Monday, May 5th. That is all. Thank you. They bought it! Yeah!
About sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard College for Box Score. Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock here in sunny Los Angeles, and the Danettes are joining us from Milford, Connecticut. No one Cinco's like the mayor there, and it looks like he's getting the help he needs. Draft week is finally upon us. I'm pretty sure everyone's happy with that. McLovin, is this the week where you go from average NFL blogger to super average NFL blogger?
Yeah, this is my time of year. I think I get a little giddy, a little excited. I'm throwing out height and weight measurements, 20-yard shuttle times. I'm all about the NFL draft. It's probably my favorite non-sporting event.
Brock, he is really one of the mayors of the NFL draft floor. So he could back me up. First time I saw Andrew at the draft, he was literally walking around with his laptop open in one hand, saying hi to people with the other.
I was trying to get a signal. Rich Isaac gave me the hardest time about that. When you can't find a signal in one place, you walk around until you find it.
But it wasn't like a little phone, like a little cell phone. It was like a huge 17-inch laptop.
You could do everything on your phone, yeah.
I respect that.
At least I wasn't carrying around a desktop. That would have been very difficult.
Well, with draft week here, there's also comes a treat for Dan Nation. You guys mingle with the commoners at your annual drafts for the draft, or drafts at the draft. Let's see you guys in action over the past couple years. Seton always wanted to enjoy a beverage. The boss being friendly with the fans. Paulie and McLovin, big hit with the men. That's not shocking. And Fritzy doing his usual, talking to women who aren't listening. Seton, who has the hardest time staying on their best behavior at these things?
Man, that's a tough question. Well, there's really no behavioral issues with Andrew or with Paul. Fritzy, it's pretty much encouraged. Like, all of his bad behaviors are extremely encouraged and supported at an event like this, where he's taking pictures and, men are like, hey, can you hug my wife, please? That's really awesome. And really the only question mark with me is how much I drink while at the event. So if I can keep it in check for just those 2 hours, then the night should be okay.
That's so true. People are so disappointed if you're not R-rated or pervy or weird. Yeah. Like, if you're just a normal, nice guy, people are like, come on, Fritzy.
You can't have like a normal outing. I'm not complaining, but because I'm a touchy-feely, huggy, kissy kind of guy. But it is kind of weird when daughters are involved. And but they're right. It is a little strange. Sometimes you just want to hang out and say hi to some people, and I've gotten that persona where they think I'm just looking to pinch rear ends and just put my arms around everybody.
How do they get that idea?
Quite the case.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, during the show today, Dan was mentioning the circus that surrounds you, Fritzy, at these events, when you got a phone call.
What's always weird is you have these guys who come up and say, hey, Fritzy, would you hug my girlfriend or hug my wife? That's weird.
Dan Patrick Show, this is Todd.
Turn off your microphone, Fritzy.
I'm doing great, Jeff. Can we give you a call in
Can
about
you
10
turn
minutes?
off his microphone?
I don't know. I think we should let it go.
Thanks, bud.
Hey, Fritzy.
Hey, that was just Sam Amick of the USA Today.
Oh,
How about
okay.
that? He's going to join us in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. He covers the
what
NBA.
Did I miss?
We know it. We heard it. Your microphone was on.
You guys put my mic on.
No.
Did I left it on?
Yes, you did. Yeah. Hey, Todd Fritz.
Yeah, I had no idea that I had my mic on. That's I don't want to say embarrassing because we do take pride in people, listeners, viewers eavesdropping and hearing what's going on behind the scenes. Not that a conversation between me and Sam Amick is anything exciting or riveting, but I should have known better. I got caught up, and we were looking into a guest that was going to be coming up, literally in a few minutes, and I forgot to hit the button, so I was totally unaware that that was going out.
It's not really behind the scenes when you leave the red button on.
That's true.
It's actually.
Yeah, I was totally oblivious to the fact that my
scenes.
mic was on. I thought I was having a private conversation with Sam, not looking to broadcast that to the world.
Paulie, you suggested everyone go to a barbecue dinner Wednesday night in New York, but Fritzy basically said no. Why can't he just relax and have dinner with the fellas?
I don't know. I think he wants to keep the perception out there that he works more than us. Actually, this just in, the invitation has been rescinded. We had a window on this invitation. If you can't go out to dinner with the guys on a Wednesday before the draft, I don't think there's be any more invites.
But I don't think it's because he wants to give the perception he works hard. I honestly think he just doesn't want to go. I think it's complete lack of interest.
It's actually neither one of those two things.
Okay, imagine if we had 8 guests for Thursday's show in studio.
But I'm neurotic like that. I would find a way to make it problematic.
Well, see, here's where
because then you're prepping the interviews. I have an answer for everything, but I'm not blowing the guys off.
The perception that Paulie was talking about, that Todd works harder than us, is that Todd will make sort of these offhanded comments. Like when we were in New York the last time and we were all going out to dinner, Todd said, "I don't have time for dinner. I've got 4 interviews to prep." And then went home, and it was like, oh, so we have time to go have dinner, but Todd's just cramming this whole time that he doesn't have time for dinner.
It wasn't meant to be cold or taking a shot at anybody, but especially when we're looking for in studio guests, there's I feel comfortable at the hotel. I've got my.
But you can't bring the phone. You do have a phone that you can bring.
I do, but there's but it's true. There's interviews to prep. We're chasing after last-minute guests and stuff, and I don't want to start doing that at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night or whatever. And I like to kind of leisurely get the work done, but I do need to try to get out of that habit because these guys think that.
Do you want to get out of the habit Wednesday?
I'm going to try. I can't make any promises because I know how I am.
Dude, we get it. I don't like the 4 of us either. I don't even like myself.
But
it's all right.
In all honesty, I'm not blowing off the guys. It's not true. If it was a night where we didn't have work the next day, which is very rare, obviously, where I could just kind of shut it all down. They've been with me.
It's really okay. I mean, Todd doesn't get lunch with us here in Milford, let alone dinner in New York City. It's all right. It really is.
The guys have seen me on a Friday night or Saturday night. Unfortunately, that's like once a year, Super Bowl week.
You usually spend the whole time on your phone. So.
But yeah, they're definitely taking it the wrong way if they think I'm blowing them off or I'm acting like I'm busier than them. That's not the case. I just get into my routine and I'm in my nudity and my pizza and I'm in front of the laptop and that's how.
How about we have dinner in your room and we all dress like you do?
We could do that too. I don't know.
I'm going to bail on that. I'm going to go ahead and bail on that.
You're not into that?
Why? Todd can lay out 5 towels?
No.
You have interviews to prep?
Maybe if it was lunch that I knew that Todd had just gotten there, but after he's been alone for a good 5-6 hours in his room
don't
there.
Don't be shy. A little mailbox.
I'm not in on that.
I'll bring my first grade teacher along and it'll be fine. We'll
yeah, don't eat the crudité after your sheep's head bay.
Plenty of towels, plenty of lotion. I share. Everything's cool.
Someone sprayed down his mouse pad, for God's sakes. Well, let's get to some of your handiwork, and no pun intended, one of your guests. And one of our favorite NFL draftees, J.J. Watt of the Texans, joined the show today. And he had a lot to share. Apparently, he's a huge fan of Jennifer Aniston. So DP did his best to make it a reality for Mr. Watt.
Jennifer, this is J.J. Watt. He plays football. Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing? How you
good.
Doing? How's your day going?
Good. Good.
It's wonderful to meet you. I'm a very big fan. I just want to let you know that. I was wondering if there's any way possible, I know it's annoying, if I could just snap a real quick picture with you.
Okay, yeah. I'm a Cowboys fan, though.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
You don't mind?
I understand. Everybody's got their loyalties.
Okay. Am I the only one who found that to be, incredibly awkward?
Yes.
It was like, JJ dropped his voice down and you were like, whoa, he's really working Jennifer Aniston right now. And there's Dan sitting there goofy. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, okay. There was just something I was like, whoa, dude, this is so weird. They're both really into this.
Yeah, I don't know how they suspended the disbelief of who they were actually talking to and playing those roles. did get, and I know creepy, that was a little weird.
Brock, it's good though when a guest plays along, because I mean, if you come off worse, if you don't play along, it goes nowhere, the bit goes nowhere. If you do your best to play along, you get bonus points.
Dan will ask anything of anyone. What are you wearing rarely comes out of his mouth, but I thought we were headed that direction.
As long as when I see Jennifer Aniston next, I don't think of DP's voice in my head. There's more headed your way. Paulie tells the world when the show will come to an end and who won the big Kentucky Derby pool over the weekend. Stick around.
The book that I never write will be a bestseller, though. Maybe the last show we do. The last show, we just do stories. Paulie, you've been keeping a list.
I've been keeping a list. Last show stories that you promised you would give.
Welcome back to the Box Score. The boss shooting down any notion of a book in the near future, but didn't rule one out when his current gig with you guys is over. Paulie, how juicy are some of the stories he hasn't shared yet?
I think what's going to be funny is I read the ESPN book, and it's got some decent stories, but there were stories that were already out there, just kind of details about them. If Dan told 10% of the stories he's told us, or that he hasn't even told us, it would be a bestseller. I could take any guy in this room and ask for your 3 best stories, and it'd be better than any story you read in that ESPN book.
Well, we asked Dan if he could give each of you a chapter in his book. What would those chapters be titled? Let's see what he suggested in this edition of Boss's Thoughts.
It would probably be just a passage of something they said or I said about them. They'd take a quote and just say Fritzy's chapter, and then, gosh, I've had a lot to say about Fritzy. Then, you know, McLovin and Paulie and Seton. So I don't know what the titles would be, but it would probably be a direct quote, something I've said about them, to them, behind their back.
I think Dan's just taking it a little easy on us. I would think that, you know, some of the names he calls us tend toward the negative side, some of the nicknames.
He's got songs about
I think
us.
he just was sort of sparing our feelings there.
The boss clearly not trying to ruffle any feathers. So let's ask you guys, what would the perfect title for each of your chapters be? Seton, let's start with you. Give us the scoop on each Danette.
All right, well, I'm going to go. Fritzy's would be called Booking Scared, because that's what Dan always talks to Todd about. Paul would be, hold on a second, Paul wants to talk to you. Even though that quote really has nothing to do with Paul, it's the most famous Paul reference on the show. Andrew, I would say it's, what are you doing here? Because we're all not really sure how Andrew got here. And for me, I believe mine would be called A Boy Named Seaman.
Mine would just be, I think, Oliver Peoples. Because I think Dan loves when I broke my glasses and I came out complaining, these are Oliver Peoples. Paulie, I think, would definitely be anything else, Paulie, question mark.
That's a good one.
Todd, I was thinking you're better than that, because that seems to be the constant refrain whenever Todd does anything. And I think we're all going to have the same one for Seton, just Seaman for me.
I'm going to say with Fritzy, I would say the Fritzy situation, because Fritzy likes to use the word situation. The rest of us, I think I would do pictures. McLovin, it would just be him grabbing at his glasses. Instead of a line, it would just be like a nice little black and white photo of him grabbing at his glasses. Seton, I've got a great picture of Seton coming back from the SI swimsuit party one year, and he's like a cute little child passed out in the back of the van. And
You've got that same picture of me in the Indianapolis airport, I believe.
Sure, I've got a few Seton passed out pictures that I like to keep in my rotation. So I would do a little one of Seton like that.
For Seton, I had Laughing Stock, because he's got the greatest laugh and fake laugh, so I thought that would be a good chapter title. For Paulie, I had Hitting It Out of the Snark. I thought that would be a good way to go there. McLovin, I had Through Nerd-Colored Glasses. He's very creative and clever in the way he looks at things, so I'd put that in there. And for me, it would just be By the Booker.
Seton, I'd probably title your chapter Captain Blackout, because apparently you forgot your own nephew's communion this weekend. What's up with that?
Well, it's not so much that I didn't know it was happening that weekend. I just thought it was happening on Sunday. And then I see on Facebook somewhere around 2 p.m. on Saturday all of the family pictures. Which actually, it's a little more concerning, too, that no one in my family even reached out to me to be like, hey, hope you're not dead in a ditch somewhere, but just wondering why you missed the communion. But, yeah, that's a little awkward.
I think as long as you like the pictures, you're good. Coming up, it's Mock Headline Monday as the guys display their wit. And does McLovin need to send someone to break some kneecaps to collect his money? Keep it here. Welcome back to the Box Score. We're coming off yet another great weekend of sports and entertainment, gentlemen. And as we like to do every Monday, we wanted to recap what went down from a Danette's perspective. Time for another edition of
Mock Headline Battle Royale.
I'll give you a headline, you give me a mock headline. First headline, Paul Pierce's block secures Nets Game 7 win over Raptors. Let's start with the back row, McLovin.
Okay, block party, not the kind Rob Ford would be at.
Smattering of applause, front row, Paulie.
Oh, the Heart Drake. Raptors come up short.
Ooh,
Drake.
that's good.
Fritzy, what do you got?
I had a piercing blow. Paul knocks their block off.
Okay. And finally, Seton, your mock headline.
I'm trying to get as close to Fritzy's as I can, and mine was appalling. Where was the whistle on that call?
Ooh. Oh, and the booze call? Come on. Second headline.
Okay.
California Chrome wins the Kentucky Derby. Front row, Paulie, please.
Chromie don't play that.
Solid. Fritzy.
I have a Chrome Magnon. He's evolved into quite a horse.
Thoughtful. Seton.
Just horsing around. Cali Chrome trots to victory.
And finally, McLovin.
That's exactly.
Google Chrome. The results will be winner.
That was good. Our third headline, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 pulls in 92 schmil in its box office debut. Fritzy, let's start with you.
Web Gem. Moviegoers give heroes welcome at theaters.
Seton, you're next.
Mine's a little bit of an inside joke, but Spidey webs himself 92 million.
Okay. Stanley approves. McLovin, what do you got?
This is all about the dramatic pause. Amazing. Spider-Man 2 pulls in $92 million.
Depends on how many dots you put on it, I guess. And Paulie.
Peter knocks it out of the Parker.
I like it. I like it. Finally, our last headline, Floyd Mayweather retains the WBC belt with a majority decision. Front row, Seton.
I had to go back to one from last week, which was I shat the barn. Doesn't make any sense, but it had to be referenced.
Funny though.
Today.
It's funny.
Fritzy.
Mayweathering the storm, Floyd avoids getting his belt run.
And the clouds gather. Paulie.
Nolan Floyd. Nolan Floyd. Madonna can't beat Mayweather. Nolan Floyd.
Nolan Floyd. Oh, I'm lost. And finally, McLovin.
I think Fritzy read off my sheet because I had Mayweathering the storm. Floyd holds off other guy to retain belt.
Other guy.
Other guy.
Other guy's funnier.
Other guy's definitely the winner there.
The brand spanking new mock headline championship belt goes to Seton.
Wow.
I got booed on all of mine.
Who's voting on this? Boxing judges?
I know,
Chapter
yeah.
Bond won it for
Apparently
you,
I'm
buddy.
the Mayweather of...
Congrats. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a minute. The Box Score presents great moments in DP Show history.
Stay straight, stay straight, stay straight.
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show history.
Welcome back to the Box Score. McLovin going down hard in Dallas. Did you suffer any injuries from that incident?
I suffered very significant injuries to my ego, which has been steadily bruised throughout the years. That's one of many examples of a physical shortcoming being put on camera.
As we mentioned last segment, California Chrome took home the roses on Saturday. McLovin, you were the big winner in the Kentucky Derby pool. Have you collected all of your winnings?
Not exactly. At least I don't believe I have.
Well, Fritzy, you actually think McLovin owes you 20. Is that right?
Yeah, he owed me 20 from a while back when we were in our New York City studios. He did pay it back recently, but then he kind of took it back. Today, he gave it to me, and I was so excited to get it. I put it back in my wallet, not realizing that we did have a bet on the horses, and I needed to give him that 20 right back for a push.
Now, see what's confusing about this, Brock, is that when you knew we all owed McLovin 20, but then you told him that he owed you 20, and he gave you the 20, and then you saying you didn't remember that you owed him 20, which by taking the 20 means you actually took 20 from him that you owed him, and then he had asked for it back.
I think I got a little confused. I used to be very good in school and very smart in math, but it's all squared away now. I gave him the $20. He paid it back, but he gets it back because he did get it back. He did get it back, and I think McLovin hopefully will confirm that I did give him the $20 back.
Yeah, we'll confirm it right now. On the April 15th show, McLovin took his wallet out and paid you your $20 on the air. McLovin, if you paid him and he lost the money, you guys are still settled, right?
No. This actually means Fritzy owes him another 20 bucks.
That crumpled $20 bill was actually taken back by McLovin. That I do remember.
I don't see any footage of it taking it back.
Yeah, so
I mean, the cameras were obviously on top of everything.
It's nice to show part of the story on camera.
Oh,
you got to get both pieces of the puzzle. It was put here, and then it was.
You're questioning the I-team?
I am. On this particular occasion, because that's calling me a fibber, so I have to. I got to put the kibosh on that.
Paulie, are there any outstanding debts that anyone owes?
This is touchy. I lost a bet to Fritzy playing one-on-one basketball. I owed him $100, which I paid him the next day. Fritzy said to all of us in the room, I'm just going to take this and take everybody out to lunch. Now, that was 1 year and 2 months ago, if my math is right.
It's been a while.
And he has not done it. Will you do it this week?
This week.
Okay, how about the month of May? Yes or no?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
Probably. Now, what does probably mean?
I do owe the guys $100 worth of lunch.
Why do you think you haven't done it?
Why do I think I haven't? I don't know. It's because I was waiting for a moment where we can all go sit down somewhere and not just kind of.
Like you mean like every time we're in New York City?
Or the bar that's 13 feet downstairs?
And I've been generous. I'm being painted out to be very cheap, which I don't appreciate.
No. Actually, you are a generous guy. You are a very generous guy. But you made a statement saying, "I'm going to take these winnings and take the guys out."
I do. Yeah, I didn't want any part of Paulie paying that debt. I wasn't comfortable with the winner getting.
But that's not how bets work.
Getting $100, but Paulie paid up. I didn't feel comfortable with that, and I did.
Do you feel comfortable now?
I feel even less comfortable now. But that money will go to a lunch for the guys, because that's something I did say, because I was not comfortable taking that.
I think it's that you don't mind buying us lunch because you've done that a number of times. You just don't want to sit there for a half hour with us. You'd rather it be a to-go lunch.
Yeah, I probably get my work done, yeah. That's pretty much
How about this? I'll bet you $10 you don't take us out to lunch this month.
Well, it's only May, what is it? So it's only the 5th. We still got 3.5 weeks.
Do you accept that bet?
Well, I accept that bet.
That you control the result of.
I will make sure everybody's taken care of with the $100 I won from Paulie. I will leave it at that. At a convenient day for all of us.
Maybe Wednesday when you're all in New York, barbecue.
You never know. I'll be knee deep in lotion, but we'll see.
All right, Fritzy, put the lotion on the side here. Who's on tomorrow, Mr. Lotion?
Peter King will join us. We're still looking into some other things. We're also going to hear from Seth Rogen on Wednesday, and a bunch of stuff cooking for Thursday and Friday in the New York studios for draft coverage.
Thank you, guys, and thanks for watching The Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern only on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching The Box Score. Holy cow!